guys. All right, so this Insecure review is getting up late because I said this ad nauseum on social media, but somebody hacked into the screener site for HBO last week, like not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. All they got was some Game of Thrones scripts, bruh, messing up my whole entire flow. So RIP to the Insecure screeners. I had to wait till Sunday night to watch it, and I'm working on a project with YouTube, and they brought me a whole bunch of new equipment. So I'm using these lights. I'm still getting used to it. It probably looks a little weird, but girl, we ain't got the time because it's late. I'm supposed to do this morning. I'm just so busy. I'm so busy. We are into this Insecure review. All right, Insecure episode 3, hella open. Allow me to find my notes real quick. I should have had a cocktail, but I'm trying to lose this midline, waistline. That too, midline, waistline, all of it gotta go. So this episode was called Hella Open, and I'm just kind of like, all right, so who really hella open right now? Is hella open meaning that Issa's thigh meat is open, like her legs is open? Is that what we getting at? I feel like this is an episode where we're all really realizing like how trash just everybody is on the show, except for maybe like, I guess, Tasha? Girl. But my notes are like, woo, Issa trash. Woo, Issa trash. Molly trash. Lauren's trash. Like, I'm just calling everybody trash. Everybody trash. Issa giggling with Lou James. Like, first of all, do Lou James even date black women? James, regardless, is fine, though. You get up in the man's house, and he got a nice apartment in LA. LA rent is very expensive. It's a nicely, cutely decorated apartment. He trying to get it popping, and you giggling. You giggling. And here's the truth. Issa's not a catch. I don't get how she can be so horny and not want to sleep with the Luke James character as he was presented, but then go sleep with the big head that live in her apartment building. I'm just trying to figure out why you sleep with a man who decorates his apartment with empty wine bottles, whose kitchen utensils are right next to his bed, who just has a head that big, sis. I personally follow the rule that if I'm going to indulge in casual sex, it's with someone who I never have to see again once I so choose to never see them again. Like, I don't need them to be creeping up on me, telling all my business and ish, and I just don't. And like, what happens if you and Lawrence do get back together? What happens if you end up in another fruitful relationship while living in that apartment? Like, he really is a self-centered character who has no understanding of how... Does she have any understanding of the role she plays in situations, or does everything just like center around her and happen to her, and all that matters is how she feels and what she's going through in the situation? This is how you could tell how popular, how good a show is. Not how good a show is, but how much everybody loves a show, by how many celebrities will appear on the show. I don't even remember the actor's name from Get Out in that scene with Molly. Then Sterling K. Brown being the man that Molly... First of all, Molly got some goddamn nerves. Molly don't know what she want. Molly talking about her therapist throwing her life at her because they both got brown titties. Like, first of all, I'm more mad at Molly because I personally want to keep up with the therapy sessions. Like, girl, I ain't got my Obamacare. Don't give me no mental health therapist out here, boo-boo. Let me get the free therapy sessions, that 5-minute clip with you and your therapist every week. Like, what you gonna do? Watch Soul Sundays on with Ayala Van Zandt? Is that what we be back to? Why Molly doesn't know what to do with her vulnerability? Actually, nobody knows what to do with their vulnerability on this show, but Molly especially, like, running away from it and then trying to front like she got everything under control at work. Sis, I just don't understand her walking away from the therapist when she was finally making some leeway. And if anything, the therapist will help her get what she actually wants in life. All that scene was so exhausting. And I just don't understand how she went on a date with a man who was respectful, who gave her everything he wanted, offered her tickets to SZA, however you say her name. Why you bother me when you know you... Like, bruh, but he know he wanted, he got another woman, he got the time for you, and you just played him. You basic. Molly is basic with a good career, and that shit is so annoying. Like, he wasn't even pressed though. Like, that's what I don't get. When she had that whole conversation with Issa, and Issa was like, oh, well, he sounds like you. She's like, damn, I was out here in the streets like that. Like, out here in the streets like what? No, actually, you were way worse than him. He just seems like a man who knows what he wants, and he's not going to waste your time. And he's trying to like really see you and cater to you, and you're just like, I ain't want the doofus dude that walked in with the Delta. First of all, that whole AKA Duck scene. The K's can have Molly. You know what? I ain't even offended, girl. Go ahead. be the case. It's okay. You ain't got a single line, sister. And if that means Tiffany and AKA too, the dude that walked in with her seemed half aloof though. Like, I mean, he's tall and just, I get the wanting to have the key, but why do we always chase after this idea of wanting to have the spark? You know what I mean? We want to have Instagram relationships. We want to have relationships with people who we think we can start YouTube channels with. We want to be a YouTube couple. We don't want real relationships. And when we constantly run away from things or do things that are counterproductive to us ending up in authentic relationships with people because we never open ourselves up to them. And that is Molly personified. Molly looking for a YouTube boyfriend. She looking for someone who will look good, who will take the stunting ass pictures with her on Instagram. And I get it, there's a prevalence of that here on YouTube. I was watching a couple videos the other day and I was like, oh, this is just for social media, girl. Okay, sis. It's hella redundant to even say that Lawrence is trash at this point because Lawrence, first of all, the way Lawrence even stood Tasha up, Tasha should have never invited him to the family picnic. She knew what she was doing and she was hoping for it to work out, even though in the end she claimed she knew, but like, you know, it's that moment where you get all the bravado, where you get all your integrity and pride back, you try to snatch it back once you get your feelings hurt, like, fuck you ain't shit anyway, but you knew he wasn't, you knew what it was. Girl, like, I feel bad for you, but I don't feel bad for you, but I still feel bad for you. I can acknowledge that Tasha did something that she should not have done, but it doesn't make her a bad person. Why did he agree to go to the family picnic in the first place? It's not like she cornered him or like told him a sob story on it. He actually did show up and then he ghost her to go to the driest. It wasn't even like you really wanted some poppin' ish. And then a little white girl, Latina X, white presenting waitress that went over like, oh really? What? Like, come on. Tasha might be a lot of things, but what she is better than that waitress that rolled up on you like that. That is not any more entertaining than what Tasha's providing you when she throw that ass back on you. Throwing that ass back like Tasha does is a skill, and you just shaded the shit out of it. Oh, Lawrence is so damn dumb. Is he could have slid that into a casual relationship and kept Tasha around for what he actually wanted. The problem is Lawrence, like Molly, like Issa, don't know what they actually want. And so what they do with a lot of dumbness, and they center themselves each as individuals in their situations, and they don't realize how their actions relate to other people. They don't realize the cause and effect of things. They're just all very self-centered people, and it's like, wow. You know, Tasha giving that Monday sermon when we've been waiting all these Sundays to hear it from her was like, okay, sis, like, you a fuck nigga, I'ma take that gift. You a fuck nigga that think you a good guy, I'ma use that shit. And I promise you, any man that ever utters, I'm a good guy, like, I'm a good guy though. You know when you are who you are, you don't have to say who you are. Molly's struggling with the box and having the most LA of scenes with that black man with that like funky looking white woman, like, okay sis. And then you proceed to go on a date with Sterling, or what's his name on the show? Logan? It's so unfortunate, but not only is Issa trash, but she's also a bad fuck. Like, from the awkwardness giggling with Luke James and then getting up and leaving, to bumping pelvic bones with the big head that lived downstairs from you, letting him keep his socks on. He don't know what he's doing. Then she's what was that? And then feeling like she got something. This Tasha really gave Lawrence a Lady in Purple speech. You know, y'all ever seen For Color Girls Who Consider Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough? There is a choral poem in it called Sorry, where she's basically telling this man, like, I know you sorry because all you ever say is sorry, and that's who you've become. You are sorry. You know, like, sorry don't mean nothing. Sorry is for you. That shit wasn't never for me. That was a very human reaction. That we have all had a moment like Tasha. Maybe you haven't been a Tasha, so y'all like to claim, like, okay, I guess you've just never dated. We have that moment where we awaken to how ain't shit a Negro is, even though we tried to bend over backwards to make him into something more, and then we all of a sudden get the third track on Lemonade. Okay, how did y'all feel about this episode? Was anything that I missed? My mind is in a million different places. We're gonna try and get it together for next week. I'm praying that the screener site is back up so I can be on top of this, because I really want to get these up like Sunday night, Monday morning. I'm still mad about that sex scene. That was like the most trashiest, worst sex scene ever. And poor Tasha. Are we gonna see Tasha again? She gonna be crying over a bowl of popcorn while watching TGIT. Hello?
So what are you going to be speaking about?
Girl, I can't talk right now. I'll call you later. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Deuces!